Yeah, I don't anticipate that this video will have anything less than utmost controversy. I really don't. I actually anticipate high controversy. Um, I think that this video will be provocative. I think that it will it'll take a lot of different directions. But I'm ready. I'm ready for everything that comes with it. I think that it's really important to just kind of like take a step back and look at everything from afar and enjoy this little lick of hair going on. Sleeping in a weird position for the win. So, when therapy has more of an ROI than kindergarten through college. Just because a person is in school, it doesn't matter what. I mean, yeah, obviously, earlier on in life is different from way later on, right? College is different from kindergarten. Kindergarten is fundamentals, college is potentially PhD. And I am not here at all to say fuck college. I'm not here to say that at all. No. So let me get that out of the air because I think it's really important to understand that that's not what I'm about here. Okay? But what I am about is recognizing the return on investment in what I would argue to be so, as well as what I've heard many other of the greatest investors in the world say that the greatest investment that they've ever made is the investment in themselves. Personal development, spiritual development, therapy, all of that stuff, right? What is it that therapy provides? What type of value does therapy provide for an individual? Now, let me make this very clear because not all therapy is the same. And not all therapy is actually effective, right? There are different levels, right? There are different types of therapists. There are different, studies that lead certain therapists to be able to extend, I suppose, or be effective at what they do. But, and I could probably make an entirely other video on this, talking about how a lot of therapists just aren't really that good at what they do. And part of me looks at myself when I say that and is like, dude, be careful. Be careful. Another part of me is like, I don't know. I mean, I would say that, I don't know. A lot of therapists out there just aren't really that effective. Not because they're bad. It's just because when it comes to therapy, what I've learned is that if you really want to make true lasting change in a person's life, you've got to attack the fucking root. It's like if you want to change the quality of water that you're drinking, that horn went off. If you want to change the quality of water that you're drinking, you've got to fix your fucking well, right? If you want to do the best that you can for an individual and actually change their fucking patterns of behavior that have been fucking hardwired, right? You've got to go back to childhood. Now let's look at kindergarten through college. This is not an attack on the education system, even though I would argue that the education system is stuck in the era of the fucking horse and buggy, and that even the education system is not as effective as it could be, right? So there are two contrasts here. You're looking at an education system that is not really that effective. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're going to be a doctor, get a fucking degree. If you're going to be a surgeon, get a fucking degree. If you're going to be a lawyer, get a fucking degree. If you're going to be a therapist, get a fucking degree. You have to, right? Now, I don't know how much that stuff is going to change for specific reasons in specific ways moving into the future. But yeah, you need college for that. Now, kindergarten through college. One of the most important things that you need for college that I think a lot of people come out of college without, or they never even had it. They were just doing college because they were told they're supposed to or that they have to, is self-awareness. A lot of people actually pursue education, higher education, further because they're told that they're supposed to. They're told that they have to, right? But what a lot of people actually lack throughout that entire process is what really good therapy offers, which is the ROI of really good therapy, which is self-awareness. Let me make this very clear. Somebody who has a really fucked up childhood might actually go through a process through their development where they actually don't remember their childhood because it was so fucking painful that they blocked their childhood out. Maybe not altogether, but maybe either bits and pieces or a lot. Or altogether. I don't know the logistics, right? Really good therapy provides an individual with depth of self-awareness. They can see themselves clearly. They can see their childhood clearly and what happened in their childhood to lead them to be the way that they were. Right? And not only that, but it can also provide them with clarity as to why they do what they do. Holy shit. One of the most important things for an individual to understand is why they do what they do. I don't know if anyone has ever been provided with self-awareness through the education system, specifically higher up in the education system, maybe even earlier back in the in their process of the education system. If you have been provided with self-awareness at some point in your path of education, like the traditional education system, like kindergarten through college, I'm happy for you. And I'm not here to dismiss that and say that that isn't real or that doesn't exist. This is not about what's real and what's not real, what's right or wrong, what's good or bad. I'm going to try to step out of the black or white thinking on this because I just don't vibe with that. What I am here to look at is really good therapy, which is real, it exists, and it provides individuals with a depth of self-awareness. It helps them to see their childhood clearly, what happened in their childhood clearly, what happened in their childhood that led them to be the way that they are. For example, what led them to act out specific patterns of behavior, what created their personality, their thoughts, their feelings, their behaviors, right? All that kind of stuff. Really good therapy delivers that as an ROI, right? I would argue more often than not, the traditional education system from kindergarten to college and whatever is beyond that does not really provide that. Now, I wouldn't say that that is entirely true, right? Maybe something about college sparks something within an individual that allows them to see things differently, and maybe sparks a level of curiosity in them that triggers them to pursue themselves deeper. When I say pursue themselves, a matter of self-awareness, a matter of meditation, a matter of familiarity with the self. That's really what it's about. But when therapy has more of an ROI than kindergarten through college, I'm going to be very clear here, again, because I think I already said it, but I'm going to be very, very clear. Really good therapy, and I would not argue that all therapy out there is really good therapy. I don't think that a lot of therapists out there are actually as effective. As effective. Here is the interesting contrast. It's almost not even a contrast between a majority of therapy out there and kindergarten through college. A majority of kindergarten through college is not really that effective. I mean, I don't use at least half the shit that I learned in the education system from kindergarten to college. I don't. But then when you look at it as well, a majority of therapy really isn't effective either. Because I mean, it's for many different reasons, of course. But a lot of therapists just don't get fucking deep enough. And it's also, it's like they don't know what to do if it gets deep enough. And I'm not here to attack or to judge anybody. I'm not here to do any of that kind of stuff. I just think that it's very interesting when you look at the comparison between what all that stuff offers, right? I think that a person's greatest gift that they could ever receive in life, and I mean this with sincerity, genuinity, I don't even know if that's how you say it, honesty, everything. Self-awareness is of utmost fucking importance in life. If you don't know yourself, you don't really have anything. And that's not really me trying to get into black or white thinking. It's just an honest fucking assessment. If you don't have self-awareness, if you lack self-awareness, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know what it is that conditioned you from childhood, if you don't know why you do what you do, then what the fuck? Right? So, if therapy, really good therapy that is, and not all therapy is really good therapy, I'm just going to say that for the record. Really good therapy is really good therapy, and I would say that, I don't know, many people that are in therapy, it's kind of just like, I would say that a majority of therapy is like an associate's degree of the arts. It doesn't really do anything for you, you know? Really good therapy is like a PhD. Yeah. Now, again, getting back to self-awareness, and I'll end off with this. All of the investors out there, all of the greatest investors out there, hold on, I'm going to try to avoid black or white thinking, all or nothing. I've heard a few really great investors out there talk about how an investment in yourself. Now, by the way, yes, I'm going to get ahead of myself real quick. An investment in yourself can also be getting a degree, right? In fact, I would argue that many people would argue that that is one of the most highest investments in yourself, one of the most important investments in yourself. Yes, the degree, though, who are you doing it for? Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it because you think you have to? Are you doing it because your parents told you you have to? Are you doing it because your friends, whoever? The most important thing here is to know why you do what you do, why you're doing what you're doing. Really good therapy can provide you with that. Once you go deep enough, because there's a lot, once you go deep enough, you can really see yourself. So, when therapy has more of an ROI than kindergarten through college, if it does, it's because it provides you with self-awareness, a serious, deep understanding of yourself, to know why you do what you do, and to create change that's actually lasting.